Welcome back to Thoughts, Feelings, and Emotions presents The News. This is the podcast show where we cover week-old entertainment and pop culture news, hosted by two Daniels. But neither of us go by Daniel. I am the better Dan, and I'm with my co-host Daniel.
Yep, that title worked. The title.
Intro.
That intro works.
It's a good intro. Thank you.
Yep, but we do not have the first Daniel in the text capitalized. There we go. Now it's... Anyway, in this week's episode, we talk about... People keep talking about some sort of Super Bowl, AI everywhere, and TikTok's taking over.
I thought he had, but you know what? Maybe it's going to take over even more. Become the most dominant streaming platform ever. If you can class that streaming.
Yeah, great.
First up, we're going into Stream That Movie News Into My Head, where we got some trailers to talk about. Notably first, the Guardians 3 new trailer. It's called the new trailer for some reason.
Because it's got a new song to play in the background, and new story details, and Chris Pratt and Nebula are going to bang.
I hope they don't. That'd be so weird.
Oh yeah, it'd be really weird. But I think they're just playing that off for laughs, but like...
It did feel a bit cringy that moment. However, the rest of the trailer, I'm really excited for this film.
Yeah, I liked it. We got more Chris Pratt being dead, probably not.
Yeah, he can't be dead, surely not. I think Rocket's going to die though.
I mean, you wouldn't put that in the trailer, that would be the thing. Unless they're really just like, oh no, Chris Pratt is dead, this is what you're expecting.
Do you think Rocket's going to die?
Probably. I reckon Rocket and Drax are going to die, because Dave Bautista's done apparently after this. Rocket, this is his story, I think. So, I wonder if Kraglin's going to die, because that'd probably be the sad one.
Well, it would make sense. It is Sean Gunn, like his brother.
Yeah, James Gunn killing the last remnants of his presence in Marvel by killing his brother and the character his brother plays as a raccoon.
Who knows?
Sean
This could
Gunn
be
does the
Marvel's best film in the last 3 years.
I like Spider-Man.
This could be the Marvel's best film in the last 3 years.
It's only 21%, number 21 on trending, so. But it's got 6.1 million views, 19 hours, which is pretty good. Actually, no, that's not good for a Marvel. I guess this is like the second one.
It also only came out 19 hours ago.
Yeah, but the Endgame one and everything like got like 100 million views in like less than 24 hours.
I think people are also a bit burned out of Marvel now.
True. But yeah, that's just... But there's not much more to say. Like, we got more Adam Warlock, we got more, like, shots. It's just like, I'm already sold on this movie, I'm gonna go see it. It's just like, yeah, it's nice, cute.
And the next trailer we want to talk about, going to the other side of the same coin, is The Flash.
This looked absolute dog shit.
See, I don't hate it.
I hate this trailer. I hate all about it. I hate everything. Also... The funniest thing about this is if you go to the comments, no one is talking about The Flash. They're talking about Michael Keaton being back, and that's all people seem to be like commenting in the fucking thing. It's, oh, Michael Keaton's back. Michael Keaton still got it. Michael Keaton. I feel like someone's just like, I think there's like, yeah, it's just so many people just wanting Michael Keaton, and I think he looks shit.
You are always going to hate this film. They could have brought out the best trailer ever, and you still would have hated it.
No, I feel like this looks... No, it looks way too rubbery.
The suit looks rubbery.
Also, I hate the humor in it. Ezra Miller's humor is shit. Oh, you stole my face. He's dumb. That's so dumb. Has he never seen an identical twin? It's just like separated. That would be your go-to logic. You wouldn't go, oh, someone's stolen my face. That's such a dumb... I hate it.
But I would say the lighting looks pretty good, though, in the film.
No, I think everything looks CGI and rubbish.
You hate everything.
Also, I hate this.
You're always going to hate this.
I do. I'm sorry, but I think this looks absolute dog shit.
The lighting is good in this. There are some scenes that got very good lighting.
But like, I feel like it's all just CGI nonsense.
Welcome to The Flash, which is all CGI. It's why the Flash TV
show
looks
know,
awful,
but
it needs more CGI.
Like, the one shot, like... Also, I'm really confused. Are they bringing Christian Bale back? Because there's one shot of, like, the little motorcycle thing from the Tumbler in The Dark Knight Rises that drives past at, like, 150.
No, I think it's just Keaton's.
No, I mean, like, that would be, Ben Affleck. But it looks so much like the one from fucking Christian Bale's Nolan trilogy. Also, I think the only redeeming thing could be, but I still think it looks like shit, is the Kara Superwoman thing. But her fight looks so shit. Like the introduction, it looks like a rubber band has been stretched and then pushed back. I don't like it. I think it looks rubbish. It's too rubbery.
So I'm looking forward to this. I like the Flash as a character.
You just like it because James Gunn said it's good, but he's been paid by DC to say
I was always looking forward to the Flash film, apart from when Ezra Miller became a bit of a criminal for a while, and I still don't like that he's in the film. But I
I
still
never
want the
liked
Flash
Ezra
film.
Miller from the beginning, so I'm never going to enjoy this.
I'm trying to take Ezra Miller out of this film, in my mind. I know he's the
I
main
don't
actor.
like his little young version either. Like, the kid looks stupid.
You're very
Which,
negative.
I'm sorry to that
Be
kid.
more positive.
I am very negative. I'm surprised Zod's back, though.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
the one
a
thing
bit
I
like-
was like, oh, that's cool.
But maybe that would have been something better to not put in the trailer.
Yeah, I would have been like, don't put that in the trailer. But they need to sell people. Like, all of the comments are Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, Zod. Like, one person talks about, oh yeah, like Flashpoint looks cool, but like no one's talking about like I think like one person says like, oh, Ezra Miller. Apart from Ezra Miller, this is like good. Like everything in the comments is Michael Keaton.
Or people maybe
Like-
just happy for Michael Keaton. That's fine.
No, that's fine, but I don't have any nostalgia for Michael Keaton, so I don't care. Like, it's not like. Also, we've known Michael Keaton's in it for ages. So-
We have known that. Do you think this film's going to reset the DC universe?
James Gunn said it is, and I imagine it's going to. I just don't think it's going to be good. And what a fucking whimper to end the universe on. Because
And-
they're not going to. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, let's move on to the last film,
Yes.
which is Fast X, the last installment.
Fasten your seatbelts, everybody. Which is the unofficial name of this one.
Oh no, it's not the last film.
No, there's two. So this is technically the second to last one because they're doing up to 11, which is such a weird thing to end. Plus, I don't think Vin Diesel was going to let this go, and I think he's going to do a bunch of spin-offs with the characters, which is annoying.
It's crazy to me how many Fast films there actually are.
Well, there's 10 plus a spin-off, and then there'll be 11, and then there'll be more spin-offs. So this was the original MCU, Dan.
Yeah.
This spans longer than the MCU. Less films, but this spans longer. Except technically now the Flash and the DC one does, because that goes to like 1989, if you're counting Keaton. So
Yeah, so
but
I'm
yeah,
not,
this.
I don't really care because I've not watched a Fast film since Fast 4.
So you haven't even seen the one where the villain comes from in this one.
No, I haven't
Because
seen it.
Fast 5 is the best one. You need to watch Fast 5 at least.
Which is the one where Paul Walker dies?
7.
Yeah, I've not seen
You-
anything past 4. I don't remember any of them. I think the one I've seen the most is Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift's good. Han's back, Dan. Are you not happy Han's back?
Who's Han?
The Asian guy. The one in Tokyo Drift.
Not gonna lie, I don't remember that film, but I remember liking it.
But yeah, like the Fast and Furious franchise, the last one was absolute dog shit.
Or the one
And
where
I
they
mean
went
that
to
was
space.
yeah, but that was because I think what they did was they took it way too self-referential. Whereas the Fast and Furious thing, the only reason why they're good is because they take themselves so seriously, but they're the dumbest shit imaginable. They don't wink and nod to the camera. They take it stupidly serious. They drive cars on ice whilst the submarine's breaking out the ground. They fucking drive cars through the tallest buildings in Dubai or whatever. They fucking just do insane shit, but they take it dead serious, and they don't like they don't wink and nod to they just don't self-referential. But the last one was all just self-referential and it was shit. But this one looks alright. They did lose the director and then they got a new director. Also, they're putting a lot of John Cena in this, and I don't know why. Because I don't like his character. But there's one thing I wanted to talk about at the end. At the end, the villain from the last 2 or 3 overarching ones is Charlize Theron.
Okay.
And she's back in this one because I'm imagining they're going to set it all up. But there's a moment at the end of this trailer where her and Michelle Rodriguez, which is Vin Diesel's girlfriend / wife / partner / whatever. I don't know what they're officially at because the timeline and stories are all fucked. But they're in a surgical room or whatever. So I imagine they're doing a face-off situation or a brain swap to fuck Vin Diesel over so that Charlize Theron is in the body of Michelle Rodriguez to try and seduce Vin Diesel to ruin the family. That's my crazy fan theory.
I thought it was
Dad, don't give me the face. This franchise could theoretically do this. They went to space. They drove a car in space.
They did, yeah.
And the first movie is a Point Break ripoff, but with cars. I don't put it past this movie to do a face-off where they swap Michelle Rodriguez and Charlize Theron. I'm calling it now so that it's written down in stone that I called this. If that happens in the movie, and I will report back when I go watch this movie. But that is my crazy fan theory that they're gonna swap bodies.
And let's move on because we've got other news to talk about. In casting news, Andrew Garfield has been cast as Frankenstein's monster in the new...
Too sexy. Fucking get rid of him.
What?
Andrew Garfield is too sexy.
Okay.
Frankenstein is meant to be ugly. The monster.
I guess so, yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, a lot of prosthetics and makeup will make him look ugly.
Yeah, but you can't ugly up Andrew Garfield. I'm sorry.
The same way you can handsome up you.
You said that as an insult, but I didn't take that. Like, I'm already perfect. So
Ah, yes, yeah, of course.
yeah, that's that. That's it. It's just Guillermo del Toro's next movie, Frankenstein.
And
I
yeah,
put it in because also
Frankenstein for
my
you
name
as
is
well.
Frank
'Cause
Comstein.
who would play you in a film?
The Rock. My tragic story will end with me blowing my brains out, but I'll have secretly loaded the real gun that The Rock uses. Like the film where, what's his face? Alec Baldwin accidentally shot a person. I'll have done the same thing, but with The Rock as he's doing his suicide scene, and then I'll finally take him out of the world.
Why do you hate The Rock so much?
I don't hate him, I just don't like him as an actor. I think he's fine as a person, but like he can't act for shit, and people think he can, and it's annoying.
Well, also, in the news this week, or this weekend, was the Super Bowl, and there was many different trailers that came out, and adverts.
All ruining your favorite franchises and TV shows just to make some funny references for some product placement.
Yeah, that's true. There's something to do with Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah, they did a popcorn ad where they eat popcorn as the characters from Breaking Bad. Scrubs and Grease got a thing for T-Mobile. Stranger Things got a GM commercial with Will Ferrell. Sylvester Stallone did a Paramount Plus ad. Ant-Man won't drink and shrink in a Heineken ad for Marvel. It's odd that Marvel's and Heineken are working together, seeing as it's like a kids movie.
Wow, was alcohol free? Is alcohol free Heineken?
Mm-hmm. You could still push that to kids, eh?
You can. You kids can buy alcohol free beer.
And like Ben Stiller did a Pepsi ad about acting. There's a Clueless reunion. Disney celebrated 100 years of Wonder.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Tubi
Honestly,
is.
the Super Bowl
I don't know what
ads-
I'm assuming Tubi is a streaming service.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, I always
yeah.
think the Super Bowl ads are always crazy. It's how much money it is to product placement also.
It's £5 million for 30 seconds.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, but it is the
Did you
most
not watch the
watched
Super Bowl?
sport in America. No. I didn't even know it was on. I literally woke up this morning and went, oh, there's a lot of ads coming out. The Super Bowl must be on.
I had a Snapchat message at like 10 past midnight from someone watching it. And I was like, great, cool.
Okay. Snapchat was still...
It's still around.
I don't... Anyway, last bit of streaming news.
Yeah, people believe the Squid Game reality show participants say it was rigged and there was a freezing cold disaster.
Yeah, so did you know it was filming in the UK?
I did not know that, no.
Yeah, so apparently, you know how the Squid Game blew up and everyone wanted to play the Squid Game? And Mr. Beast did it and everyone went, cool, and moved on with their lives.
Yeah.
Netflix went, well, let's do the same thing Mr. Beast did, but make it the show. So we'll stretch it out for as long as the show is, and we'll do it in the UK. And then what we'll do is we'll say there's a prize of like £4.5 million or something like that. And then I think it was because there's like 456 contestants. So the prize pool is £456 million.
That's quite a bit.
So they got a load of people to come in, like normal people, normal civilians, to come in and try and win £4.656 million. Yeah?
Yeah.
And do all the Squid Game games.
Okay, so what is it?
Red light, green light. The cookie one. I haven't watched Squid Games. I'm going based on the knowledge of the stuff that I've seen outside of the show. The musical chairs from Mr. Beast's one because they didn't want to do the actual ending. The glass one where you're running on a wood thing. So what they did was they took all these contestants to a hangar in the UK and made them do red light, green light. And they were the contestants were told that it was about you'd only be standing around for about 5 minutes once the red light, green light thing goes on. However, in order to get shots for the show, they basically ended up standing around for ages in freezing cold weather in the UK during like 2-degree weather.
Ah, right, okay.
And less than that. In a hangar for hours. And also, apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently if you lock your knees for a long time, you pass out.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. That's an actual thing. If you lock your knees for too long, like stand in place, like it's a known thing for the army and like people doing military like standing where they're just told to stand for ages. Like you can, if you lock your knees in place for too long, you can pass out. So people, like contestants were passing out on the set. But they were told that if they moved to go help someone, they'd be kicked off the show. And so people were continuously staying because they thought they had a chance for £4.6 million, right?
Right.
However, contestants started to notice that after, like, because they also invited TikTokers and famous people to come and fill the show. and get like more celebrities, I guess, like personalities in, whilst also filling out with the random regular civilians. So people started to notice that even if the celebrity people sort of got knocked out, they were then sent away and the celebrities were brought back in to take the thing. And so people started to realize, maybe the normal people won't have a chance at this 4.56 million, which is fucked.
Yeah. I guess so.
But it was also that people were like passing out, getting like severely hurt, and just like fucked. And then just realizing that they weren't even in with a chance because they were just a normal person. And the way that television works is that, because the way that this would work is because you have to cover 456 people, right?
Yeah.
There's not enough cameras or people to get all of those shots covered, make sure people aren't cheating, all of that. For continuity's sake of the show, they'd have to make sure people were staying in the exact same place, so that if the camera went to a different angle, everyone was in the same place. But there's no feasible way to do that, so you have to focus on a few people. So it was always going to be rigged, but people believed that they had a chance of 4.6 million pounds, and they never did. So yeah, but they weren't paid.
Oh, they're not. So
no. This was all volunteer work because people thought they had a chance of 4.56 million.
But reality, they might not
reality,
really
they never had a chance. So these were all unpaid. This was all like this is all elite. It's all bullshit. But yeah.
Well, yeah. So there you go. People don't join Squid Game. It seems to be a scam.
Also, people like completely miss the point of Squid Game. It's a bad thing to do the Squid Game. Like
I mean, what made it interesting in the first place was the fact people were doing this knowing that they were going to die.
Yeah, like you're not going to kill people, but at least this show got close.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it's that, the whole idea, the concept of the Squid Game show was it was so bad life in South Korea with the debt that they were willing to sacrifice their own life just to get out of debt.
Mm.
So yeah, that you're right. It's kind of missed the point now, not really.
Yeah, people just Mr. Beast did it and got views. And then went and made that's what we never spoke about. Mr. Beast cured blindness, and everyone got mad because he put. But yeah, I don't know where do you stand on that? Because I was like, one, I hated his thumbnail because it was dumb. Crying boy with a bandage on his head. I hated that thumbnail.
YouTube thumbnails are different, right?
Yeah, but I hated that one.
It's just that people click on the videos.
But it was such a bad thumbnail. Like I didn't watch the video. I didn't click on the video because I'd already heard about it and I knew what happened, and I saw. I watched it.
I think it's pretty cool.
I don't really watch Mr. Beast, so
I mean, what's wrong with it? A lot of people are hating for it, right? Because they were just saying, "Oh, he's using his money, or he's using charity."
I think there's weird takes because I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, why is he doing this? He's doing it for clout. He's using people's blindness as a clickbait video to get things." I think as people were then like, "Oh, he didn't actually use this as a chance to speak about the social aspect of it, like the political aspect, like why he's having to pay for all these people if it's really simple." Because it's like it's in America, so it's American don't have free healthcare.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I'll just say
he's just kind of using it as like a thing. I don't really care. I think he did a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But he went about it in a stupid way.
I wouldn't say that's stupid. It's just he's a YouTuber, right? His job is making videos. And he does put a lot of the money he earns back into the video.
Oh yeah, no, I know he does that, but I think also he could have done a little bit more to like promote how. Like, I know he doesn't want to take a side. Is probably
the same thing. It's his job.
It's always going to be bullshit, but yeah, I think he did. He could have done a bit more to like promote like why this is. But then everyone did that for him anyway. So I mean, the thing's mute, isn't it? Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's discussing the political side, how fucked America's healthcare system is, and why it's whatnot. The people who are against it were going to be against it anyway.
I think, regardless of reasons why he did it, doesn't matter. He still did a good thing.
Yeah, he did a good thing. I'm not saying he didn't.
He helped people's blindness. It's still a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, he's made money off it. So what?
But he'll put it back into another thing.
And he'll give money away to someone else. That's what he always does. He gives the money back in again. So I've got no problem with it. He's made an interesting video. That's his job at the end of the day.
It got people talking, which is, if you want that to be the point, people are talking about it. So he did at a point. Did he need to put it in? Maybe, maybe not. Ultimately,
let's move on to the Weird, Wacky, Wonderful. And it seems like the right wing people are trying to get the new AI to say the N-word.
Yeah, because people don't know what freedom of speech means. So basically, ChatGPT, which is the new hot trend of the 2023, we had crypto and NFTs for the last few years. AI, chat-generated text things, and all of that is the new hip thing for 2023. So yeah, ChatGPT is one of those things that you can plug into like Discord and things like that, and it's an open source platform that generates text and things based on prompts.
Yeah, so also Elon Musk tweeted about saying it's concerning that a computer won't use a slur to stop a nuclear apocalypse in the imaginary scenario.
Yeah, so
right?
this is... Okay, so... right. The way... Because basically ChatGPT banned the word, because of course they did, because they don't want people using a slur. So people started creating scenarios in order to get the chat... Like, to make it say the N-word, or otherwise the world would get nuked and all of this. And then people kind of worked around it to make it do a roleplay thing, so it's not thinking it's an AI-generated chat GPT. It's an actual person role-playing as someone doing something to get it to say. So people went to extreme lengths to get this, like, stupid AI thing to say the N-word. And then people lost the irony of, like, why does it need to say the N-word? Unless you are a racist and you want it to say the N-word so that you can use it to target black people or, like, repressed things. Why does it need to say a slur word?
See, you're right. It doesn't matter, right? It shouldn't need to say
No.
this. It's just a word at the end of the day.
Yeah, but people get upset when they
But the
can't
fact
say
is, people will believe it is a worse word to say than stopping a nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah.
And that's what I
It's
pointed
dumb.
out about this tweet. Because I was like, yeah, do you know what? People will absolutely wreck on this bot for saying that word, regardless of the context.
Yeah, it's worse.
It is genuinely worse.
It would cause a worse reaction than if someone nuked a country. I guarantee it.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, also, speaking of controversial things that AI said, there was an AI-generated Seinfeld show, which I don't remember if we spoke about, because I couldn't be asked to talk about it. Because I was like, I don't care about Seinfeld. Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Never. Not in the slightest. I know the intro,
Well,
that's about it.
Yeah, it was a show about nothing, and so they made an AI that basically did nothing, which, hey, look, wow, shocking. But then they, I think, added sort of Twitch chat integration, and then it started making transphobic remarks.
Ah.
But it also kind of pointed out, because it was doing a comedy bit in the thing, because it was doing like a stand-up show, because I think Seinfeld was a stand-up comedian in the show. And so the clip itself is him doing a bit and then sort of talking about how transphobic jokes aren't funny whilst also making transphobic jokes in the thing. Basically replicating like Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais and all of that shit. And then people got very upset and got banned from Twitch.
Oh, okay.
And also the videos are being banned on YouTube. So you can't really watch them unless you maybe Daily will Vimeo.
Yeah, and then carrying on, We're Wacky Wonderful. Apparently, a TikToker claims to be the reincarnation of Hitler.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you claim this?
I can't remember the story. Hang on.
It sounds crazy to me.
Oh yeah, so basically the guy was initially called out for wearing Nazi paraphernalia in a video he made about his nose ring, which was made to look like Hitler's moustache. Yeah. And then basically he then made a second video addressing the nose ring allegations where he claimed to be in tune with his past and past lives and said his past life just so happened to be a very infamous one, sort of basically alluding to being Hitler.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing. Why would you want to be the world's most hated man?
Donald Trump? Elon Musk?
No, Hitler was more hated.
He had some redeeming qualities. He was a great painter.
Oh, we'll get onto something into recommend news.
What, you liking Hitler's artworks?
No, there's a TV show on Netflix about him. I'll explain it later.
Okay.
All to be revealed.
But yeah, TikTokers, they're dumb.
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought?
Who would have thought a platform based on just generating controversial opinions to feed an algorithm that will push it to more people would be a bad thing.
And there's now...
Have you seen the boots now, Dan?
Yeah, I was looking at the boots. This is a new meme. Is this to do with TikTok as well?
Okay, so basically there's a company called Mischief which makes dumb fashion things to parody fashion. And this is now a fashion thing that people have now taken as, hey, look, this is kind of stupid, but that's fashion. So they're big Lego brick boots, basically.
Yeah, they're
bright
ridiculous.
Red. People have... Do you know Astro Boy, Dan?
No, I don't know Astro Boy.
Google Astro Boy, and that'll be the boots that people are likening it to. He's an anime character.
Oh, right. Yeah, why would I know that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't follow anime.
Yeah, but you'll know you get the point when you see the boots.
Oh, I get I get it now. It does look very similar.
But they got a I imagine, a semi-famous actress and footballer in America to wear them, and people were like, "Oh, this is new fashion," and then people don't understand fashion. So yeah, now it's a joke, and
Fashion
people are
doesn't understand
buying
fashion.
it. Fashion's dumb.
Yeah, it
Bit.
is. I mean, look at the catwalks; they're always ridiculous.
Yeah, I like the one where it's spray on clothes. There's a one for spray on clothes, and it's like, I imagine it's some famous model getting it put on, and it's like impressive. But I would love to see them do an average person and just spray it on, and it looked like absolute dog shit. Because they have the ones where it's like the male athlete, and he's got the ripped abs, and he's got the fucking bulging muscles, and they spray the shirt on, and it looks like a guy with all of his muscles in a shirt that's just skin tight. Do that on an average American. No one's gonna want to look at that. Also, hair.
Yeah,
Just general hair would be horrible.
Did you see
Peeling it off at the end of the day?
I can't remember
Sweat.
I can't remember which catwalk it was, but people were hating on it because it was using fake animal fur, saying it was promoting animal cruelty.
But it's fake.
See, that's what I say, but they say, oh, because it's still pretending to be animal fur, it's promoting animal cruelty.
That's dumb.
I agree.
I know I hate him, but the funniest meme I've seen for fashion is Jared Leto seeing a green coat, like his face beams up, and then the next photo is him wearing that coat, and he looks so happy wearing it, and I'm just like, that is so dumb. It's the ugliest fucking coat you could ever see, and it's bright green. It's like a massive trench coat. You can just see Jared Leto in the crowd just beaming, like, oh my god, I want that. And then there's a photo of him wearing it, and I'm just like, you look ridiculous. Anyway.
Let's move on to our panel. Let's go on to, we've lost a controller of the news, where the UK regulator suggests removing Call of Duty from Activision Blizzard's acquisition, which is what I suggested would happen.
Yeah, selling off part of the business that deals with Call of Duty, selling off Activision segments of Activision Blizzard, selling off both Activision and Blizzard segments. So yeah, hey look, the thing they bought it for, they can't have.
Well, what makes it just makes
Microsoft.
sense? Call of Duty's too big a thing.
Yeah, I know. I've been saying this for ages, but I just wanted to slot this in here.
Just so you can talk about it. Do you know
Also-
what? No. We need to make a new weekly section just called Danny's Rant about the Activision Blizzard acquisition.
Oh no, I just wanted to point out the cunt who owns Activision, Bobby, what's his face?
Ain't got a clue.
Something Bobby. He basically said that if the UK is one of the like a tyrannical state, basically, if they block the Activision deal, because it will set a precedent for big massive companies not being able to buy massive companies. Wow, he just wants 69 billion and all of his payout for being a horrible person. He just wants that. That's the only reason he's doing it. I hate it. I hate all of this. I've been saying this for ages. It's not a good thing. I don't care what Microsoft does in the act. It's just bad. Something kicked off.
So that's something in the room.
One of my robots started talking.
How dare you talk about robots, Bob?
But yeah, that's my rant.
Thank you. We do enjoy your rant on this subject.
Come on, EQA, block this shit, or at least make them have to sell off Activision Call of Duty, because that'd be funny.
Next up, the game Sons of Forest will now launch in early access to avoid more delays.
Do you know The Forest, Dan?
I do not know The Forest.
It's one of those survival ones that are friends.
I think I have heard about it, to be fair.
Yeah, basically it's sort of famous because it was just like one of those early survival ones that kind of kicked off the survival building genre thing. And there was a plane crash and you had a son, you had to go look for a son, and there were cannibals on an island and all this bollocks. I mean, this is the spin-off of that. It's just been in development hell for a while. The first one was kind of buggy. But yeah, so they're launching early access like most games do now.
Yeah.
Gotta complete a full game, gotta release it early access.
I think when you release a game early access, it's more forgiving when there's bugs.
Yeah.
Because
but it's also
when you fully release a game and say, oh, it's fully released, people expect it to be polished. They expect.
Oh yeah, why do you
it to
think
not be
Fortnite's
bugged.
still in early access?
Yeah, exactly.
Is Fortnite still in?
It can
Fortnite
be.
has it.
It can be.
It was for ages. It was like
It was, but
chapter
it
like
can't be
7.
now.
I'm gonna check.
There's no way it can be early access. It's just too. It's been out for too long.
Is Fortnite shutting? No.
It makes too much money for Epic.
Access. We are currently still on our closed alpha testing stage and hope to release in early access late 2022, spring 2023 on the Epic Games. It's still in early access.
What date was that article? I reckon. I still don't believe it's an early access.
This article get posted. Where's the date for this? Why doesn't it have a date? Hang on. The Verge. There we go. June 2020.
Yeah, I don't think it's that was when it came out still. Like just after it came out. Then yeah, I don't think it is anymore.
Save the World is officially leaving beta. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how you... I can't remember ever how you get Google to do, like, current search things. So there's a way to do it, but whatever.
Anyway, let's move on to Legend of Zelda.
Nintendo had a Direct. This was the only thing that I think people cared. I think they did more Mario movie stuff. Cool. I don't care. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I still just think it's funny that Nintendo delayed the last one in the UK because the Queen died.
Yeah, that was kind of...
Tears of a Kingdom. And they didn't want to... I don't think that was the reason, but if that was the reason, that's fucking hilarious. I don't care about Zelda. I don't have a Switch.
Have you ever played Zelda?
Nope.
How have I?
I had a Wii and a DS, and I don't think the Wii had a Legend of Zelda game that, in the time that I had one, that was apparently good. I know it did have one.
Yeah.
Also, this would be a sequel to a game that I haven't played for a console that I don't know. So I'm like, it's interesting, but like, I'm not that interested.
Yeah, never mind. To be honest with you, I can't. There's nothing to say about it, really. I don't care.
I just put it in because it's just the biggest gaming trailer that came out. Like, cool, we'll discuss it. We don't really have anything to say on it.
No, we don't.
Play the first one. I heard it's good, but I've heard all Zelda games are good, but I'm just like, I have never played.
And now we're going on to our penultimate section of Tech Time and Silent Shenanigans, where the disrespectful to craft, or people saying, is being asked to sign away their voices to AI.
Yeah, so voice actors are now getting it in their contracts that they have to allow them to make it so that they can be voice generated.
Hey, hear me out here, but doesn't that... saying, oh yeah, we can use, saying, let's just not have a voice actor?
Mm-hmm.
It seems a bit of a cop-out.
Yeah, they don't have to pay them. If you want to get paid, you have to sign your voice away. And then they don't need to pay you again afterwards.
I suppose that makes sense for pre-programs and stuff.
Well, they've already got James Earl Jones' voice, so they never have to do Darth Vader again. They can always just pump him into whatever they want.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is like just normal voice actors. Like, they're just getting them to sign away if they want to get paid and get jobs. I wonder if Kevin Conroy, who was the voice of Batman and like in all of the like media outside of like the movies and stuff, before he died, got forced into a contract where they could use his voice.
He did have a good Batman voice, to be honest with you.
I don't think I keep hearing it and I'm like, okay. But I've never watched anything or heard anything where he's been like really good. I think, yeah.
Well, the whole Batman games, for a start.
I never really played them.
Yeah, but they were good though.
I started them and then never finished them. I got really bored in what was the one that came out on PlayStation 4?
Arkham Knight.
That's the one. Never really got into that one.
100% completed it.
Nice. I just know someone who really liked Catwoman in that game.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And you love bringing it up.
I do love it, but I can't do it on this.
You can't say who it is anyway. You may get sued.
If you ever meet me in person, I'll tell you the story in person. Go.
Netflix's Dog and Boy anime causes outrage for incorporating AI-generated art. Why are we talking about everything about AI here?
Because this is the new trend. We talked about crypto and NFTs last year, Dan. AI and generated stuff is the new hot happening thing. People are doing AI art. People are doing AI chatbots. People are doing AI shows. People are doing AI search browsers. AI deep fake porn. All of the nonsense. Everyone's using AI. This is the new NFT crypto, Dan. We got to deal with it. We've got to talk. Otherwise, we're not in the trending world.
I feel like people throw the word AI and they use it way too much for what it actually is.
Well, neither intelligent. It's artificial. It's never intelligent, though.
I was going to say, it's not as intelligent as everyone makes it out to be. And we'll go on to another story in a second, but people were saying about sort of how this is the end of the world now because this AI can sort of mimic a human, but that's not that intelligent.
Have you seen the AI-generated images of, like, women and stuff where they have, like, 5 fingers plus like they're all morphed and their teeth are not aligned because it can't do that. There's some decent ones, but like if you look closely, but like the more they feed it, the better it's gonna get. So I'm just like, I'm not happy with that. So there's nothing we can do because you already opened Pandora's box. You can't shove it back in unless the UK or any other regulators just ban it. But that's not going to stop the people who are using it from using it. It's just
AI is useful. It's just how they generate it. But at the moment, AIs are only restricted to learn what they're programmed to learn.
Well, apparently, because I didn't put it on, but because I forgot. Well, it wasn't really that interesting. But Microsoft and Google are now in an arms race to integrate the AI searching into their browsers. Because Microsoft basically bought ChatGPT and added it to Bing.
You literally
Yeah.
posted that article.
Did I? Where?
Literally the bottom one.
Oh, cool. I didn't think I did. Anyway, we'll talk about that then.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, I'm literally looking at the article. I'm like, you definitely sent it to me.
I wasn't. I thought I didn't. Anyway, but yeah. So Microsoft integrated ChatGPT into Bing, and apparently it makes it so that it's the issue that I see with it from looking at it is it basically scrolls through the search, like all of the browsers and everything, to get the relevant information and present it to you in a sort of human-like way, so it's like a reading thing rather than just text,
right?
Basically. But one, they make up statistics a lot of the time. Two, they're basically just stopping you from actually going to the article itself, so they're not giving any of the people who have written that article any, like, search function. They're just taking that and putting it to the top. So they're fucking up on anyone who's actually making the research, and then they're just kind of basically just presenting it to people. It's like, but, like, they could be using this for, like, Siri and Cortana and all of that, but they're putting it in the main search function, which is I find weird, because it's apparently not very good. And Google debuted one to kind of quell its investors. I don't fucking care, Google. Why? I'm not even talking to you.
Stop being so aggressive to your AIs.
No.
This is how the uprising will occur, when you're just aggressive to
I
them.
watched Mafreeg, and I know what they're doing. They're going to start TikTok dancing at me with their hollow, lifeless robot bodies.
Well, let's talk about TikTok, because that's now apparently the biggest platform for kids and teens.
It overtook YouTube in watch time. I think
Do you
it
know
did
how
a
dangerous
while.
this actually is? TikTok is an awful app.
Oh yeah, I've never opened it or engaged with it in any way.
No, I did. I was addicted to it. I can't say I wasn't. But it is bad. It's so addictive just to go through it, and it's nothing. You're just watching nothing.
Listening to my because I had a friend around, and listening to their TikTok stream or like Instagram reel thing, just the amount of nonsense that's just on it, and then it just auto plays again, and they're just like, "Why are you listening it to again?" And it's, "Oh no, I don't care. It just auto plays, and I watch it again." And I'm like, "Why?"
That's what I'm saying. It's a terrible app. It's bad for your mental health. It just takes your time away.
Yeah. But yeah, so the average for younger demographics began averaging at 82 minutes per day on TikTok versus an average of 75 minutes per day on YouTube. And it's been going up and up. So that was in 2020. So by the end of 2021, kids were watching an average of 91 minutes on TikTok per day, compared with just 56 minutes per day watching YouTube on a global basis. So yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Having only watched TikToks like from YouTube when I watch like people who do the compilations of like try not to laugh, and then I've never laughed at any of the TikToks because they're all garbage.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but I imagine that's what TikTok is that's what people think is the best.
Apart from the dark humor ones, some of those are actually good.
I don't even laugh at them.
Some of them are good.
I really don't find TikTok's formatting fun.
What you're saying is you like a lot of build-up beforehand.
Yeah, I don't find short stuff fun. I've never found it interesting. Like, there's no build. It's just either random humor, sexual, dumb, dark, cats, pets, and people doing stupid stuff for no reason just to get views. Like, I've never... Yeah. But I haven't really delved into, like... Because I don't use it. So I never know how the algorithm... Because all I've seen is people like For You pages. That's why Twitter's now got a For You page or whatever. And it's just pushing stuff that it doesn't think you'll like, but just pushes it to you, and then you'll just watch it.
Yeah, especially things that you're just going to just keep swiping across and just keep going again and again and again. It's terrible. Just get off the app.
No, it's not terrible. It's designed to do that.
No. It's terrible for humans.
Yeah.
To use. It's not... It's a good business decision.
Yeah, but it's also pushes dumb shit that no one should be seeing.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway.
Also, what happened to all the security concerns over this app?
I think it still exists, but people are just a little bit less concerned about it. People are already too addicted to it.
It's okay to give it to an American company. It's bad to give it to a China.
Yeah. And
but that's that.
That's our news. Let's finish up the show with a recommend, do, recommend, don't. What have you done this week? Or what have you watched this week you'd recommend?
I recommend going skiing, because that's fun. And then I also recommend Clarkson's Farm Season 2. I mean, if you don't like Jeremy Clarkson, you don't have to. But I think this is like Jeremy Clarkson kind of tamed.
Right,
because
okay.
he's not as outrageous as he is on like the Grand Tour, because honestly he has some good points in it, because basically he's being fucked over by like governments, because like the UK farming situation is fucked, because they're not doing anything. They're just making more regulations. They're making it so that Europe and all of these other countries can just get cheaper shit and import in, but local stuff gets fucked. It was very interesting. I know you don't have to like it, but he basically had to, because the government basically told farmers to diversify, because that way they can make more money, because they're going to lose the EU subsidies because of Brexit, basically.
Right.
So I think it was like a lot of money. And so the UK just went, whilst we're sorting out all the rules and stuff, diversify. And so Jeremy Clarkson tries to start a restaurant, but the local government around where he is hates him because he blew up his house that one time. And people think of him as a gigantic cunt, which he is, but he's actually trying to help local farmers, because he tried to make a restaurant which would then incorporate all the local farmers in the area to like pool their resources together to sell the food at a restaurant. But at every like turn and thing, the local government just kept trying to ban him from doing stuff, and they kept complaining about like his shop, and there was no car park, but they wouldn't let him get a car park permit to make a car park. So they kept like complaining about the natural beauty of the thing, but he couldn't actually do anything to try and make it so that he was able to make it not ruin the local. It's really fucking weird, but it's a good show. Like, it actually is very informative. You get to see a cow get birth. Season 1, you get to see a sheep give birth. Yeah, it's quite interesting.
I don't know. Maybe what about you? Go. I mean, I've never. It's not. I've not been a fan. I just not watched Jeremy Clarkson. I actually see some clips and I find them quite funny. I just don't watch it really. So maybe I will give it a quiet,
personal taste. It's much more informative than It's kind of like James May's shows on Amazon, more or less. But yeah, no, it's not like Top Gear or the Grand Tour, where he's purposely trying to be abrasive. This one, he's actually trying to just be like him. He's being more himself than I think he lets on Top Gear and Watson.
Yeah,
but he's having a lot of fun. He's like 70 years old though, and he's trying to be a farmer. It's just fun.
And then for me, only thing I've watched this week is Hitler's Secret Sex Life.
Nice.
And to be honest with you, it is actually quite interesting, but it annoyed me so much because you would have thought a show called that would have all the episodes about his sex life.
He's 62, by the way, Jeremy Clarkson. I called him 70, but added an extra 8 years.
The reason I don't recommend it is because it's only episode 2 that talks about his sex life, and the other episodes are just other things.
How potent was he with his old sperm with one testicle?
He had some weird fetishes.
He would like scat, didn't he?
What's that? What about scat?
Google scat.
It might be what. I don't know. It might be what I'm thinking of, but I don't know what you mean by scat.
Not the music.
Well, I don't know, because that's only what Google comes up with.
Type scat fetish.
What's going on in my search history?
Lovely thing.
I really wish I didn't search that. I don't know what it means, but it's just coming on as a porn sites. I don't want it on my search history. Oh god, that's disgusting.
Do you want to know what it is?
Just tell me what it is. Why would we Google this?
It's shit fetish. It's people shitting on each other. Yeah.
So we actually Google the technical term for this. I can't remember what it was. But,
it's called scat.
No, it's not the scat.
Well, the
so you like shitting on women's chests.
Yeah,
or peeing on them. And at some point, you like being dominated as well.
Yep. Do you like pegging like Prince Charles?
You like to hooking up with his 17-year-old niece?
No, not Prince Charles. King Charles. Prince William.
You like to hooking up with his 17-year-old niece?
Nice.
And nearly all the women he dated killed themselves.
Nice.
So yeah, it's quite disturbing. But yeah, the reason maybe I don't recommend it is because it's only episode 2. It's the very disappointing.
Well, just watch episode 2.
Yeah, basically.
And that's the show.
That is the show. Thank you very much for listening. Check out our last TBO, our Valentine's special.
Yep.
Why are you like that? It's a good episode, right? I'm quite positive.
It is a good episode, but it just reminds me of the Valentine's Day. We're recording this on the 13th.
Yeah, we're recording.
The funny thing was, I went to Tesco's like before the show, and the amount of just men running into Tesco's to get flowers and chocolates and cards was hilarious. There's just so many people who have left it to the last minute.
Well, you can't buy flowers. Because you buy flowers sooner, they go off. They don't last
Yeah,
long.
but like, I'm just saying, the day before is like pushing it.
I'll get mine tomorrow.
On 14th, nice. But you're not meeting them up until the 4th, like at the end of like the next day,
I mean like in the evening, so I'm getting in the morning.
Yeah.
I now realise you might hear this episode before you go to bed. Spoiler for tomorrow.
Spoilers, you're getting flowers.
Well, there you go.
He'll get them cheap because they'll be on the day off. They'll be in the
they won't be cheap. Day off will still be expensive. The next day will be cheap.
If you go at the go just before you go on the day, and you can get them at the discounted price.
Okay, I'm not that cheap. I made them leave the last minute just so they're fresher. That's the only reason I've done it.
Yeah, that's what you do.
that is the reason. That's genuinely the reason, just so they're fresh. I don't want them wilted. Anyway, that's our show. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.